Travis Wayne Goodsell, let's say hypothetically that the missionaries for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints came across a person who's never heard about the church, Joseph Smith, Book of Mormon. And so the missionaries are drooling, they're getting all excited, and they're trying to remember their script. And they, talk about the church, or Joseph Smith, or the Book of Mormon. Or they may do a combination of all three, and likely Jesus Christ will be in there in all three of them. The church has the name Jesus Christ. Joseph Smith was visited by Jesus Christ. Book of Mormon talks about Jesus Christ. So Jesus Christ would be in all three topics. And so, are Mormons really that naive to think that a person that they come across who's never heard about any of this will just automatically believe and go, oh, you guys I've been waiting for you. I've had visions from God who's come to me and said missionaries are going to come knocking on your door tomorrow. Is that likely to happen? Yeah, I know there's certain missionaries that come home and they say, oh yeah, that happened all the time to me. They just want attention. The closest I got was the Rincon family. Said, yeah, we'll believe whatever you want. We just want a religion for our baby daughter to grow up in. That was the closest I got. The majority were Catholics. We were born Catholic, died Catholic, get out of here. Slam. So, now that we're in an age of internet technology, is it appropriate to warn, as they've never heard about you, to warn, to have them stay off the internet? Don't look on the internet. There's a bunch of lies on there. Just read our pamphlets. So, let's take a gander about doing an online investigation. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Now, the church has forced Google to make their site first. So there's churchofjesuschrist.org. And then you scroll down and you see there's a map with ward meeting houses. And then people also ask, what does Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints believe? What is the difference between Mormon and Church of Latter-day Saints? How many wives can Mormons have? Well, as long as the prophet approves, as many as you want. That's why they're working with the Muslims now when making money deals. How is Mormonism different from Christianity? They're not Christian. Then we have churchofjesuschrist.org, newsroom, churchofjesuschrist.org, and here's Wikipedia. Certainly we can rely on Wikipedia to not be influenced by the church. And so they click on the Wikipedia. And so they get here and they read the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, often informally known as the LDS Church or Mormon Church, is a non-Trinitarian, in other words, not Christian, because that's what non-Trinitarianism. It's a form of Christianity that rejects mainstream Christian doctrine of the Trinity. What? Yeah, that rejects the Trinity, which is Christianity. But then it says Christian is an Abrahamic monotheistic religion based on the life and teachings of Jesus of Nazareth. In the world's largest religion, about 2.4 billion followers. No, Islam is bigger. And then Restorationism is the belief that Christianity has been or should be restored along the lines of what is known about the apostolic early church. See, already we've got some misinformation here. First, whoever these Mormons are trying to call themselves non-Christian Christians as they're putting in new definitions and new words, but they're also claiming to be a restoration of the Gospel's Jesus Church. Now, if you do not understand, let's go to your Gospels and see what it has to say about who Jesus is and what he was doing. Well, it says in Matthew 1, verse 18, "Now the birth of Jesus Christ was on this wise, when as his mother Mary was espoused to Joseph, before they came together, she was found with child of the Holy Ghost." But Daddy, it was immaculately conceived. Then Joseph, her husband, being a just man and not willing to make a public example of her, was minded to put her away privately. But while he thought on these things, behold, an angel of the Lord appeared unto him in a dream, saying, "Joseph, thou son of David." Why would he be called son of David? He's not the son of David, even though we did the genealogy. Jacob begat Joseph. So he's not the son of David, he's the son of Jacob, which is interesting. But here they talk about David. So all the generations of Abraham to David are 14 generations, and then from David until the carrying away into Babylon, 14 generations, and Babylon to Christ, 14 generations. I'm seeing a pattern in numbers. Why is David so essential? And let's see. Then we get to chapter 2, as Jesus is named instead of Emmanuel. Now when Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea in the days of Herod the king, behold, there came wise men from the east to Jerusalem, saying, "Where is he that is born King of the Jews?" So who is this David again? Why is Jesus now the King of the Jews? David, King of the Jews. And so Herod is troubled and demands that children be murdered. Interesting. So what's going on? Which church is being restored? And see, it says original church. The Egyptians, right? Because that's the origin of all religion. So the original church. And here we have the expression one true church refers to an ecclesiastical position asserting that Jesus gave his authority in the Great Commission solely to the particular Christian institutional church, what others would call a denomination. Believers of this doctrine consider pre-denominational. Huh? Where's Egyptian in this? Again, incorrect information about the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Already, I, as this person who's never heard of the church before and is confronted by the missionaries who told me about the church, gave me a Book of Mormon, told me to read, ponder, and pray, and that they'll be back in a week. If I have any questions, already I have tons of questions. Because I wasn't such a person who said, oh, I've been waiting for you this whole time. You're the answer to my prayers. No, I'm just a person who said, oh, okay, I'll find out what you're all about. And is smart enough to search. And knows better, because you said that he shouldn't look, or I shouldn't look, at the internet for my information. So no, already you've got thumbs down against you, like those regular Mormons who hate me just for talking about the church, not understanding they're anti-Joseph, anti-Joseph's church, anti-Book of Mormon, etc. They're pro-lies and deception, pro-hatred and violence and death threats. That's what Mormons are doing when you see the thumbs down on my videos. And so, it wasn't founded by Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ restored the kingdom of David. Oops, wait a minute, he didn't. He dies. The Jews lose. They all die. It was a slaughter by the Romans. Uh-oh. What's going on? See, now we got a whole ton more questions. And then we can go into the Book of Mormon, the learning of the Jews, language of the Egyptians. Wait a minute. Jews aren't Christian either. They're a non-Trinitarian Christian Restorationist church. But the church doesn't claim to be Jews. So, yeah. Do you have any clue? See, Mormons take this for granted. You get little kids going out around the world on missions because, oh, yay, I get to go see the world and travel because Utah is boring. And you think it's going to be easy. Oh, I'll just tell them, I'll say the magic words, Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, Jesus Christ, Joseph Smith, Book of Mormon, and people will flock to the church. And you then go, well, then why are all these missionaries coming home all sad and depressed? Oh, it was so hard, but it was so worth it. Oh, dear God. No, I told them about it, so if they rejected it, it's on them. They're going to burn in hell. It's the Ward who didn't retain them. It had nothing to do with my teaching them incorrectly. I'm offended. I read from the manuals, the little pamphlets. I was forced to memorize them. I refused to memorize. I quoted the scripture. Thou shalt not strive for the mastery. It was called Scripture Mastery Program. So, yeah, that's what Mormons don't understand, is that I know that you don't talk to a Christian as if Mormons are Christian too. I'm smart enough to know I don't do that. See, Ammon, when he's there with the king, and the king said, is this the Great Spirit? Yes. You just say yes. It's like it. But it's not me. And so that's how you communicate with people who don't have the same definitions of words. And see, for me, as I do my videos talking to Mormons, I use your own definitions against you. Because you don't seem to understand English grammar. And so, don't be surprised that the church is losing membership, that they're not converting, because exponentially is how it's supposed to grow. At 16 million, it's not supposed to be we're going down now. And 23,000 from Russia that has now been returned, but then China, and I even found Taiwan is gone. Was it Taiwan or was it Singapore? Oh well. But the church is playing with their membership stats. It's probably because they pissed off a certain country, and the country says, don't you dare report any of your members in our land. I don't know. Why did Russia allow the church to again post the 23,000 that was there before they pulled it in the first place, after announcing a temple, which we still don't have? So, just understand that you don't understand me because you don't know the origin of Mormonism. You're just going with the motions, going with the flow, and you have no clue that hating me, putting death threats and hate comments, or bearing your testimony of lies, or just putting a thumbs down is anti-Christ-like for Mormons. You don't care. And what kind of a person doesn't care about truth, about learning? What is it called in the scriptures, like the Book of Mormon, concerning laymen? Past feeling, hard-hearted, stiff-necked, ripe for destruction. And so I'm not destroying the church. You don't understand. I'm trying to restore the church that was destroyed by Brigham Young. And all Mormons missed it. They'd rather see me crucified. Oh, they crucified that Jesus. That worked. Let's do it to Travis. Dumbasses.